DJ DUBL.
It's DJ DUBL here, and today I'm back with the veteran, Mr. Vegas.
Yo, what's poppin'? Wagwan.
What's happening, bro? Welcome back.
Yeah, man. Respect my day here, live and direct.
Yeah. So I want to start by asking about Pokemon. You know, I seen Twitter. They had it in for you, man. The last 24 hours, Twitter, they didn't like you very much.
Yeah, they're mad at me because I'm, kind of singing that I don't play Pokemon. Yeah, I didn't know so many people were playing that shit, man. It's like some grown ass men like, cussing me out and shit. They're like, you low. The man a burn out Pokemon. What kind of man this?
Did you expect the online reaction to the song to be like that? Did you expect people to be gunning for you on Twitter?
No, I did not know so many grown ass people were playing this game. Trust me. I knew the kids were into it. And I saw where some kids drowned trying to find Pokemon in a river. Right. And I'm like, what kind of stupid game is this? Why they got to go in the river to find something, And then I saw another one where, this kid got shot because he went into someone's house to try to find Pokemon. Wow. I'm like, what the hell? We didn't have those type of games growing up. You see what I'm saying? So I don't know what kind of game is this where people are, I saw another one where a woman was playing Pokemon and the car hit her down, killed her. Oh, wow. Yeah, man, it's like, and I'm not making up stuff. You can find this stuff on the internet. Like, I'm like, what is this about this game? Why people are actually risking their lives, to find this gold? It's like, how much is it valued? How much is it valued when you find it?
I don't play. I don't have that app, man. You can't ask me that. So I caught someone playing Pokemon during my set the other day in the club. So I wanted to ask you, what would you do if you're on stage performing? And I heard there was a girl performing. There was a girl at a Beyonce concert not too long ago, stood at the front playing it as well. So what would you do on stage if you see someone stood there, boom, playing Pokemon?
They didn't come to see me, so they gotta go play their Pokemon.
They gotta go.
They gotta go, man. They didn't come to see Mr. Vegas. It's like doing a concert and you see someone on their phone, like. And I stop the show all the time. If I see someone doing that shit, I'm like, hi, you good? You came to the show, or you just came to, WhatsApp or tweet or whatever, So let us wait until you finish. Yeah.
That's gonna be a perfect introduction to the "No, I play Pokemon tonight" at the show, right?
I ain't playing that tonight, man.
So I wanna talk about the beginnings of the name Mr. Vegas. I read that you got the name because you were rubbish at football. Is that true?
Big time.
Rubbish at football.
Bad rubbish. It wasn't even clean rubbish. It was like dirty rubbish. That's. I'm still not good. Yeah. I think I've gotten a little bit better. But I still have 2 left feet. So I'm like the worst football player. I'm
glad to hear that, bro, because I suck at football. I'm so terrible at playing football, and I've never ever met anyone else.
Well, you have no excuse, man. It's like the biggest thing here. You have no excuse, man. I didn't grow up playing soccer. I grew up more playing like. I grew up actually running. Like we were into that more athletic stuff at my high school.
Yeah, so I don't have an excuse, but you do.
Right, you have no excuse.
Another fun fact about your actual real name that I read, Clifford Smith.
Right.
You share the same real name as Method Man. Did you know that?
Yes. We used to perform a lot back in the days when I just had Heads Eye and those tracks, and they were like, on the road more often. We used to like basically meet up on shows, and we'd be like, yo, Clifford. I was like, Clifford, what's up? And he looked around, and it's actually the same name.
Yeah, man. That's funny, man. So you're nearly 20 years deep in the music business.
It's actually 20 years if you check when I put my first successful song out. Because Nike Air came out late 2016, but it was basically playing on the radio. 1996. what did I say? 1916.
You said 2016.
2016. Yeah, Nike came out 1996.
Oh, okay.
On radio, it started playing on radio and stuff like that before it actually was pressed on record.
Right.
So actually, I had a broken jawbone at that time, and I went to the studio and I recorded the track, and the track came out and started playing on radio. So, and then it started playing a lot. So if I was to check from Nike here, which is let me see, you in the air, it's like 20 years now. Yeah, right.
Right. Oh, okay. So I thought the official release date for that was in 98, but
97.
20 actually years, man. Congratulations,
yeah, man.
bro. 20 years in this.
I'm getting old.
Has it been difficult for you to stay relevant? Because it's safe to say, with the exception of a couple years in like from about, I think it was around 2008 time.
Right.
Apart from around that era, you've pretty much had a successful club track. Right. Almost every year, I think it's safe to say.
You know what? I actually think since Broke It Down, since Broke It Down and Party Turn Up, I think this has been my longest, drought.
Right.
Because Broke It Down came out 2011, and it did like 3 years.
Wow, that long ago, yeah.
Yeah, man. Time flies, man. So I think for the past 2 years, it's been the longest. 2-3 years, it's been the longest since I have not had like a big. I've had records playing like Love Yourself and Sweet Jamaica and those records, and we got some records playing, but not like big hits. Like I Am Blessed was a monster, and Gallus was a monster, and Hot Walk was a monster, and Broke It Down was a monster. So I think this is the longest drop, but I think we're way overdue now.
I know I can see by the look on your face, man. You've got something cooking.
No. I think this album, This Is Dancehall. I think we got something on there. Hopefully we're gonna find some real club bangers and some real hits, because when you have the hits, man, you travel right around the world.
Yeah, and you definitely have got a good catalogue of hits,
right.
Most definitely. What's your favourite song to perform?
I Am Blessed. I Am Blessed is my favourite song to perform. It just give you that vibe, It's never missed, man.
A good message in the song as
well. Good message,
and
it's never, it's a song that you can count. It's like a DJ playing in the club. There are some songs that I'm going to drop this and people going to move.
Whole place going, yeah.
I Am Blessed is just like a blessed track for my career.
Yeah.
It's like my opening track that I enter the stage with, and it's like from you enter the stage with that song, you can't do no wrong,
Nah, definitely,
right.
Man. What's the most important lesson that you've learned in the 20 years that you've spent in music?
I just learned to, that this industry, will drive you insane, man. This industry can be brutal, so you just got to have that thick skin. You have to have that work ethics. You have to have, that drive. You have to have that vision. You have to. It's like, it's so easy for you to just lose your way, man. It's easy for you to give up, because especially now, it's even more harder to get your songs in rotation, because it's a younger generation, and they're more playing artists that they like instead of playing music that they like or music that is hot. It's more like Vybz Kartel is my favorite artist, or that artist is my favorite artist, and that is what they play. So, and this is a young generation. You can't even knock them for that.
So you got the album This Is Dancehall on the way.
Right.
What's the release date? September 23rd, right?
September 23rd.
What song off the album are you most excited for people to hear?
I think Real Dancehall is one of the track that just have that mad vibe, that crazy vibe. My favorite track on the album is actually Paintbrush, because Paintbrush is just like, it reminds me so much of like a song like Flex by Mad Cobra.
Okay, yeah.
And the Paintbrush is basically like I can just vision the visual of the video where I'm painting a girl. Those paint that the body paint. So I actually wrote the song, and I was just like picturing beautiful curves. A girl with like a lot of curves, and I'm just painting her.
Have you shot the video for that yet?
No, we're thinking about it.
Have you got anyone in mind for the lead role of the?
I just want someone sexy. I just want a sexy girl, with a big ass,
Yeah.
And I'm just like, and I'm just like putting on the paint, You see what I'm saying? Yeah, man.
Looking forward to that video, man. You got a bit of a controversial record. Maybe not so much controversial, but it's definitely being spoken about right now. Own Leader.
Yes.
So I heard the track first. I heard the song before I saw the video.
Right.
And I kind of thought, is he talking about Popcaan? Isn't he? And then I saw the video and it cemented it. Like, he's definitely talking about Popcaan in the record. So this is, I wouldn't say it was a diss record, but there's obviously references in there.
Right.
What's the source of this? Because I know you guys recently kind of got into it online over the whole Drake thing. But it's deeper than that because you got into it before the Drake issue, right?
Right. I just think the whole vibe came about by me just like, you know, trying to like defend the genre, dancehall. Basically saying, you know, to the world, you know, like a lot of that music that you're hearing that people are calling tropical pop and tropical house and whatever they're calling it, you know, with all those dancehall influence, you know, it's actually dancehall. You know, we know our sound, we know our groove. And basically just letting people know that we have difficulties getting our music played on mainstream radio. But when someone like a Drake or a Rihanna or whosoever else does a dancehall track, you know, it's all over the radio. So I was just basically standing up for the genre, basically, and letting artists know that, you know what, you know, we have to know our worth. If people are coming now to do dancehall, it's not because they're doing us a favor. It's because they see the sound is working. You see what I'm saying? So that was basically it. And some artist went in or went off, you know, and you know, I just basically used this video to highlight what really took place and, you know, pointed out some of the haters or some of the people that Mr. Vegas has, you know, come into, you know, some form of, you know, bad vibe with over the years, you know. So, you know, the video is just basically like a reflection of my life, a reflection of the people that, you know, came at Mr. Vegas, you know, a reality of people that, you know, that does not like Mr. Vegas, you know. So it's just basically even like people that will say Mr. Vegas, you know, he's doing MV con and he speaks too much or he chat too much or whatever, you know. So basically it's a reflection of my own self.
How deep can the beef actually go, or how deep is it really? Like, because in some situations in other genres like hip hop, for example, two artists get into it, there's situations where it's just musical and they can meet up and have a laugh and it's just, they're just sparring on the track. But there's also situations where it could really turn into a shootout. Like, how deep is it with you guys?
Well, you know, someone who's really stupid is gonna really get into a shootout or whatever it is, you know, for a song, you know, or some musical lyrics, you know. So because I don't have to make a record, you know, to point out certain things or to tell you how I think or what I feel, you know, by saying, telling you about your mother or telling you I'm gonna blow out your marrow or I'm gonna blow your brains out and whatever. That is just the cheapest way to get, you know, a reaction.
Yeah.
You know, I can be more clever, you know, basically, you know, let the lyrics burn your skin. You see what I'm saying? So, and it's just like, you know, Drake, you know, he called himself a singer, you know, and he took on Meek Mill, and, you know, no one expected, you know, that clash would have turned out that way.
Yeah.
You know, so don't take Mr. Vegas light because Mr. Vegas is a singer.
Right.
You know, because, you know, you might be in for a surprise.
Right, I got you, man.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Man.
So with the Drake situation, then what is the whole issue with Drake using the dancehall influence on his song?
Nothing is wrong with anyone using any dancehall influence on the record, as long as, you know, they're gonna, you know, recognize, you know, as long as they're gonna basically, you know, and the reason why that individual got called out is because he acted as if, you know, he was so down with the culture and he was so down with the artist from Jamaica, and he's one of us, and he's, you know, he's bigging up the Gaza and he's saying free world boss. But then you see the work come forward and you're like, you know, it was just all big ups. Right. You know, where is the recognition, you know? Yeah, man. So it just was basically that. It was like Kyla. No one knew who Kyla was, I think, before her name was mentioned on the feature. But then people start researching who is Kyla. Yeah. Then her career took off again, you know? I am saying basically, if you're going to sample, you know, 5 artists, but you're just going to give 2 credit, you know? You're just going to pick 2 to give a feature credit, and the other 3 who you're supposed to be like. These people are supposed to be like your people that you're talking about, and you don't mention them. That is what I had a problem with.
Right.
So
right,
I'm not saying, you know, people should keep people on a record or who to take off their record or whatever. I'm just saying if you're gonna give people credit that you sampled, it would be nice to give the Jamaicans some credits as well.
Right, I got you. I kind of felt that way about Kendrick Lamar, you know, when Kendrick dropped his To Pimp a Butterfly album. There was a song on there called Black of the Berry.
Right.
Agent Sasco Agent Sasco did, in my opinion, the best part of the song.
The same thing with Kanye West, man. The same thing Kanye West. Assassin is on Kanye West album as well. And maybe Assassin don't want me to speak and call his name, but I'm just talking in general for the industry, for dancehall music, for dancehall artists. You know, why, if you put maybe another foreign act or international act on to do the same thing that Assassin do, why are you going to put featuring that person? But then you're going to act as if, you know, this kid is nobody. So you're not going to be like, oh, it's like your name is too big for you to put this kid from Jamaica beside your name.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And that is what I have a problem with, man. You see what I'm saying? Because how does he help me? How does he help me? Or to this day, you talk to the people in the hip-hop world. They speak about Here Comes the Boom with DMX, Mr. Vegas, and Sean Paul. Why they say Mr. Vegas and Sean Paul? Because DMX called us. You see what I'm saying? It was DMX featuring Mr. Vegas and Sean Paul.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? It wasn't just DMX and then people heard our voice and didn't know who was singing.
It's a bad tune.
Or who were singing. You see what I'm saying? So that's the point I'm trying to make. You know, don't come to Jamaica or don't try to act as if you're doing us a favor by putting us on your record, but then people don't see our name, but people are going to be like, oh, they were credited in some fine print. Who is Clifford Smith? You know, who is John Jones? You see what I'm saying? No one is going to research John Jones.
Right.
But if you see,
if you do, you see how many names come up.
if you put Kendrick Lamar featuring Assassin, Kendrick Lamar fans most definitely going to search who is this Assassin.
Yeah.
And if that happens, then Assassin may sell some more records. Assassin may get some more recognition. Someone else is going to put him on another record.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So I just think it's stupid when people are going to act as if they don't know what I'm talking about. And that pisses me off when people act as if I'm just like trying to get a hype or I'm trying to like, you know, come at them with some bullshit. You see what I'm saying? It is something so simple for you to understand. If you're going to put someone on a record and you're going to be like, oh, put his name in the fine print, in a little credit section where people have to get glasses to see that part, how does it benefit the artist? You might get some royalties or some publishing. How much publishing or royalties you're going to get unless the song is a big single and it goes #1 and stuff like that, you might see some good royalties. You see what I'm saying? But if you put Kendrick Lamar featuring Assassin, that is going to benefit Assassin.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? When Assassin, I went the other day to do some radio tour with this new artist that, you know, my boy Danny C is promoting. And people at these radio stations, if they don't know your name, you can't even get inside the radio station. You got to sit in the lobby because they don't know your name. And I'm talking about like program directors. So if Assassin is going to try and get up in one of these radio stations right now, he can't get up in there to promote his music because they don't know him.
Right, yeah.
You see what I'm saying, B? You know, Mr. Vegas, you know, I've done a lot of records. I ain't got that big Billboard #1 record. And I was there with another kid, and I felt like they didn't know me. You see, I just held back. You see what I'm saying? But if they saw me on someone's record, then they'd be like, oh, yeah, he was on that, you know, Kanye West record. He was on that. Then they will know my name.
Yeah, it's an interesting point, man. Credit where it's due. Now I fully understand the whole reason for your video. I'm not even gonna lie. I didn't really fully understand it, but to hear you explain it.
Some of us will sell out our own and kiss others' ass, you know, even when our own is basically looking out for us.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And it's a straightforward video. It's not even like a diss or anything like that. The reference were made, you know, with people, but it's basically just saying, you know what? These people that you're trying to fight for, they will kill you just for an outsider, you know?
So let's talk about your dancehall dab record.
Right.
That was doing a little bit. We had that on rotation at our radio station.
Right.
And then a couple days ago, or about a week ago, a remix landed in my inbox, which I was pretty happy to hear, because you got some UK artists on there.
Yeah, man. So most definitely.
Nadia Rose and Don Andre on the remix.
Right.
Who put you onto them guys?
Robo Ranks.
Robert Ranks. Shouts to Robert Ranks, most definitely. So Don Andre, he's a guy, I know Don Andre, but he's out in Jamaica right now. Right. I heard his record's doing quite well. Tom Cruise.
Really big in the dance, man, in Jamaica. Doing really well.
That's it.
You know, and as a UK, based artist, it's good for him to go to Jamaica and get something playing.
Most definitely.
Because a lot of people or a lot of artists that, sometimes make noise in the UK or in Europe, it's very hard for them to break in Jamaica.
Yeah.
When you break in Jamaica, it have some form of, legitimacy. People are like, yeah, man, that's legit.
Yeah.
So Don Andre, with what's going on in Jamaica, I heard Spice taking shots at him, which is good for him.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, man.
Okay, I didn't know that, but
of course, because
that's good for him.
Come on, man, it's promotion, man. Whatever she's saying about him, it's promotion, and people get too sensitive these days, man. In dancehall music, dancehall music is known for that.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? If someone says something about you, man, you just drop back a record. You see what I'm saying? People get too sensitive now. They could not survive in the era where Shabba Rankin and Ninja Man and Supercat and Beanie Man and Bounty Killer, these little sensitive artists, they could not last in that era, man. Because when someone says something about you, man, that's why people have a problem with Mr. Vegas. Because someone says shit about me, you gonna hear me speak about that shit.
Yeah.
I ain't afraid of nobody. So you ain't gonna say shit about me and I silent like a bitch. You see what I'm saying? I'm gonna come at you, brethren, because I'm my own big man, own leader.
Own leader. You see what he did there? You see what he did? This guy's professional. I like that. Is Dancehall Dab gonna be on the album? This is
man.
Dancehall.
Yes, the version featuring Nadia.
Oh, so
because
the version
she's doing,
with Don and Nadia.
Yeah, she's doing really, really well right now.
She is.
And I think she's going to be real big. So I'm just blessed to have her on this track, and she liked the track. And we think, for the mainstream, market, that's, that don't know about the dabbers yet.
Yeah.
I think they're going to start dabbing, so
they're starting to now. I'm seeing it
man,
in the clubs.
let's keep the fingers crossed, man, because with you, we're really, really overdue a big record here in the UK, man. Yeah, man.
Let's make it happen. Now, I think the first time, I'm going back a couple of years now, but the first time we sat down and did an interview together, I asked you about the ultimate collaboration.
Right.
And your answer was Beyonce. And not long after that, you made it happen.
Because we put it in the universe.
Exactly. You're the first person I've ever interviewed that's made their ultimate collaboration happen. I sort of feel a little bit responsible for that, so I'm just waiting for my royalty checks to come in and but
well, actually, it was not officially released because Beyonce, the record was doing so good, man.
Yeah.
It was #1 on like all the East Coast radio stations in America. And we were like so excited, and we were like, yes, this is it. And then she just got up one morning. We got up one morning and Beyonce dropped a new album with only new songs. You see what I'm saying? All the songs that, were out, were not included on the album. We were like, gosh. Yeah, man. But, it was a business move and it worked for her. Because she got up and she just, 12 o'clock, midnight, she dropped that album, man. And the world went crazy. Yeah. Drunk in love,
Most definitely, man. She broke some world records with that.
But, I'm glad to be. And then she released the song, actually, on her Platinum Edition album. So it's still a part of my resume.
Yeah.
A part of my history.
It's a great look, man. I mean,
Mr. Vegas singing
she's
with
the biggest
one of the biggest
artists
in the world, Beyonce.
Yeah.
That's big. That's really big.
What about, who would you do next for your ultimate collaboration? So Dead or Alive, excluding Beyonce now.
We want to say alive because the last time I came, I did an interview with you and I said Beyonce, it happened. So I think, I like Rihanna, but, she and Drake is so cool. I don't think she's going to mess with me. So, I won't even put that out there. Who else, man? Who would I like to do a song with? Man, I don't even know, brethren. Who would I like to do a song with? One of these new girls, man. One of these new girls, like, what's her name? Is the Turkey girl? The girl that twerk? What's her name?
You're not talking about Miley Cyrus.
Miley.
Please. No.
Yeah, man. No. I love her, man. Miley.
So I'm saying, anyone in the world, if money's not an issue, if I could say, right, I can get them here right now.
Miley.
You'd choose Miley Cyrus.
Yeah, man.
I'm so disappointed.
Why?
No.
Why?
Of anyone ever.
Yes.
I'm talking anyone.
Miley.
If you'd said Justin Bieber, I would have had more respect for that answer.
Listen to me. I'm so into Miley. Trust me. Trust me.
Let's move on. No, please.
If I get to be friends with Miley,
yeah,
trust me, Virgin, that would be like the coolest thing, Virgin. She just like somebody she don't give a shit. You know what I'm saying? She just don't give a shit. She just like, yo, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna twerk this little ass, you know. I don't care what you think about this little ass. I'm gonna twerk the shit out of this.
Oh no, let's move on. I'm cutting that question out.
Yes, I'm sorry, man, but if it happens, man, you gotta be responsible.
No. I heard actually one of my favorite rhythms at the moment, the Moscato rhythm. I think it's kind of a lot of people's favorite rhythm. It's doing very well.
Biggest rhythm right now.
You just dropped a version.
Yep.
Sounding good. Sounding very good.
Sounding real good. It's actually a tribute to the Olympic team, the Jamaica Olympic team that is going to Rio. So it's that type of song. Basically, you know,
motivational music, it's gym music.
Man. That is gonna I think it's gonna blow, man, because that rhythm is really hot, man.
That might be your one. That might be the one to clear up the drought.
That means, yeah, man, that rhythm is really, really hot, and the drought need to go.
Yeah,
we're praying for rain.
So is that on the album?
I'm not sure as yet.
Okay.
I'm not sure because it's kind of a tribute song. I wanted to kind of leave it, you know, exclusive, but you never can tell, man, because that rhythm is so hot, man, that it may have to.
That might be the
be
the hook that you need to bring the people in.
Yeah, brother.
Yeah, well, it sounded good, man. Definitely, it gets the coastline. I wanted to talk to you about sales figures for Jamaican music. Now, generally, like reggae and dancehall, I play a lot of places around the world. And when I play reggae music, when I play dancehall music, I might be in Germany, I might be in Sweden, I might be in Thailand. I could be anywhere.
Right.
And they love the music. They love it. But generally, reggae and dancehall music, the sales figures are awful. It's terrible. I remember around the time Serrani's No Games was a big thing. When he dropped his album, I read he sold like 1,500 copies in the first week worldwide, which is awful. That's really, really terrible. So why do you think, when it's such a popular genre, why do you think it's so, the sales figures are so low? Why do you think that is?
It's a lot of factors, man. First of all, your fan base in Jamaica cannot even download the music from iTunes and other platforms because of the whole piracy thing and the whole copyright thing, you know, that's blocking Jamaica from downloading, Jamaicans from downloading. That is one issue we have there. And maybe other Caribbean territories, you know, that may be the case as well.
So that's not sorry, explain that a bit more. That's not something I know about. So
it's like there's a block on the territory, Jamaica.
From iTunes.
Right. Because of the copyright law in Jamaica, and I think we need to straighten out our copyright law where people can be paid properly for the music. So basically, there's a block, basically, you know, on us downloading from certain platforms, maybe iTunes, maybe Amazon, maybe some other
I didn't know
platform. That is one issue. Another issue is other artists that are selling millions of records, like maybe Rihanna, Beyonce. You see they release an album, and you see the first week it's 1 million sales, or 1 million download. We have to understand that there are companies like Apple Music,
there are brands,
and those companies that are actually buying the first 1 million record.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And they find ways how to maybe give back the record to give the record back to customers, or for customers to be able to download the record. Maybe if you renew your plan, if you get a new plan, if you whatever, you get this song with it, you get this Beyonce song with it, you get this Drake song with it, whatever. They find ways to be creative so they can sell back the music, basically, that they bought off the artist. So when you see a mainstream artist, 1 million first week, and you're like, wow, so you're going to go get the record too. Because you see that hype now.
Hype generates more hype.
You see what I'm saying? Because everyone, the big headline news is going to be, Rihanna sold 1 million first week. Then why wouldn't I want to get that Rihanna record?
Of course.
Because 1 million people got it. But sometimes it's companies that these people are affiliated with are buying these records and then maybe selling it back to different packages. So we don't have that. So we cannot compete with those sales. You see what I'm saying? And you have to understand that our base market people, how many people from the base market do have a credit card? How many people from the base market is going to take time to go sit on the internet and put in their information and then to download your records and all of that stuff? I think we don't have that type of loyal fans in dancehall and reggae music. It's not many fans like those fans of Beyonce and those fans of Rihanna and those fans of Drake who will definitely go online and sign up to get an album or sign up to get a record or sign up to get a single. I think our base market fans, they're more into, I want to go see him on a concert. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I want, and if there's a feud or if there's a clash or if there's something, they get more excited about that. There's a beef, they get more excited about that. But I don't think they're get so excited to go download a Vybz Kartel record. Vybz Kartel is like the biggest artist. He has so many fans. He has millions of people, viewing his stuff on YouTube. But yet still he sold 2,000 copies.
Only 2,000, yeah.
Right. That's like a big disappointment. Because you would think that he has so many fans, especially the younger generation who would go and download his record. You see what I'm saying? But I don't think they take, the joy in doing that. I think they would be more happy to see Vybz Kartel free and doing a concert.
Yeah, definitely. I guess what I didn't take into consideration as well is something a lot of people overlook. The fact that Jamaica is actually a third world country. It's a very poor country.
Right.
So people don't necessarily have all the latest technology, the latest iPhones and Samsungs.
Right. It's not the majority. We do have the iPhones and Samsungs and stuff like that in Jamaica, but it's not the majority.
And
that's
even
the biggest
the
majority, because there are a lot of millions of people from Jamaica living overseas. But as I said before, I don't think they're going to take the time out to go sign up, to Tidal or go sign up to Spotify or go sign up to whatever.
Yeah.
And they can click a button and see whatever on YouTube. That's, if I do a MV corner and I put it on YouTube, they will not watch it. And I take the same MV corner and just put it on my Facebook where they can just press one link.
When it just pops up in
as
front
long
of
as they have to go through 2-3 links, they don't want to see it.
No.
They don't even visit my website. I don't even go to my website anymore, because if you say, you can go see MV corner on MrVegasMusic, they ain't going to go.
No, just has to be given to
because
them.
There are so many things coming at them. You know what I'm saying? They have no time for that.
No.
Me, myself, if I click on a link and it's sending me somewhere else, then I click back off.
I reckon I've got an attention span of maybe 2 clicks. More than 2 clicks. I'm like,
that's what I'm saying,
I'm not
man.
interested.
But real fans of Beyonce's and these mainstream artists, they will do 10 clicks.
Yeah.
They're like
very dedicated.
Very dedicated, man. Trust me.
So we need to bring that into dancehall and reggae. We need to.
And of course, as I said before, if they see that a record sold 1 million copies, why wouldn't they go the extra mile to find out what is this? This must be so good. It sold 1 million. I gotta get it. So if Vybz Kartel had Apple Music or Digicel then, or Cable and Wireless, who is the Jamaican companies or the West Indian companies, if Vybz Kartel had those people behind him, or Alkaline, or Mavado had those companies behind them, like taking the first 500,000 copies, and then find ways to put it in some form of package deal for their customers. You pay your bill on time, you get a free download. You see what I'm saying? Those little things. Then people would see Mavado selling 500,000 copies of his record.
Yeah.
They're going to be like, let me check this out. You see what I'm saying?
He even struggles, and he's with Khaled's label.
Right, because the people who are going to support him, they don't have the attention. Time.
So is this like a marketing scheme that you're putting in place for This Is Dancehall then?
Well, This Is Dancehall, actually it's going to be my last dancehall album.
Right.
My last dancehall reggae album. I'm not going to put out another dancehall or reggae album. I will still be putting out singles. I have a gospel album in the wings that I'm going to put out, maybe next year.
Gospel, yeah.
Right. But in terms of putting out records, albums, it doesn't make any sense for business sense. I know the fans, there are a few fans who might want to listen to a whole Mr. Vegas album. But it doesn't make much business sense anymore, because people have playlists these days.
Yeah.
People playlists are mixed with a Vybz Kartel, a one Mr. Vegas, one Kanye West, a Kendrick Lamar, a Drake, a Rihanna. That is how people playlists are. People playlists are different these days. It's not like back in the days where people would make like a mixtape to just listen to one artist. You know?
Yeah. I hear that, man. So for the rest of the year, obviously we're just leading up now to the release of This Is Dancehall.
Right.
After that, what's the plan?
We're gonna be on the road promoting the album, man. Just working singles off the album, working the album. You know what I'm saying? And doing tours. So I'm saying, trying to find ways how we can be relevant or stay relevant.
Yeah. So how can people find the tour dates? How can they look up
on
to get
my
the tickets
Facebook,
and
Mr.
stuff?
Vegas. On my Facebook, MrVegasMusic on Instagram, Mr. Vegas Music on Twitter. If people still use this Twitter.
Yeah. I still use Twitter. I think it's clinging on. It's not quite been MySpace just yet.
I think it's gonna go, man. Remember MySpace?
Yeah.
It's gonna go, man.
It's not quite there just yet.
It's gonna go. It was there.
Yeah.
But it's gonna go.
Yeah. Well, the world is moving so quickly, man.
It's gonna go, man.
It's been a pleasure, bro.
Yeah, man.
It's DJ DUBL here with Mr. Vegas. Go and check out all of his social media if you want to find out the concert dates. And whatever you do, don't play Pokemon while he's on stage.
It's Pokemon. It's not Pokemon. It's Pokemon.
Been a pleasure, bro. Thanks, man.
Mad.
DJ DUBL.